Hey guys, what's up? Lcpl Liru here. Today is Friday, and it's time for another Friday news and announcements and recruiting video as I try to post every week, though once in a while I do miss one because shit happens. Anyway, it should be the 3rd of November, kicking off November well. And before we get into any announcements, of course, we're going to talk about recruiting. So there's been a large influx of activity within my channel, so I assume a lot of people are going to want this information. But very simple. If you want to join the community, the best way to get a taste of things is to participate in a Friday op. That'll let you know, kind of ballpark, how chaotic the community can be at times. And if you can survive that, well, you can pretty much survive anything that I throw at you. So anyway, guys, in order to join, there is a TeamSpeak link in the description below. That should be the first thing you see. You just got to join that, and if you're a new person, you will, join the lobby, but then you should jump down to the help desk, which is a few tabs below. From there, a tier 5 should jump up and help you, if not a JCS, one of the administrative ranks. We'll ask you a few questions. We prefer our guys to be at least 16 or older, preferably 18, but, we'll see how the chat goes. And then once you're tagged, if you are tagged at all, you can go down to the Tier 0 Friday Ops channel. Now, to give some times and reference, these ops usually begin on the dot at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3:15 Eastern Standard Time, we do an AFK check in that channel to make sure everyone is present, and people that aren't are removed. At 3:30, we then organize in the squads and then start getting people on the server so we can start right on the dot at 4. This video should be scheduled to go up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So from the start time, the release of this video to the start time of the ops, there's a 6-hour difference. So that should be plenty of time to get a full server, and honestly, it always is. So, from there, some added things. If the Friday Ops channel is full, there is a reserve standby / AFK channel right above it. Those are where we move the AFK people during the AFK check, and we bring people from that channel down to the operation below. As well as if we finish an op and we've got low numbers, some people leave because, they got to call it a night, we then take from that standby channel to replenish our squads. Other things to note: completing these ops will give you a tier 0 rank, and from there, in order to achieve that, at the debrief of the Friday op, I will ask all of the new guys for their forum accounts. The second link in the description below will be a link to our forums. Please make an account on there that has all of our mod sets, schedules, and you name it. And once you shoot me a message with a link to your forum account, I'll check it, verify it very quick, and then give you the tier 0 tag. Now, you still won't be able to play any ops until you become a tier 1. To do that, you just need to navigate to the forums and attend a general, basic, or miscellaneous infantry training. That'll just teach you how to simply use Arma 3 mods, and we have this standardized because, some people are brand new to the game, some may have been through other communities, etc., etc. Bear with us, everyone has to go through the same process. You could be the guy that I've been playing with Arma for years, you could be a brand new guy. I've literally sent some of my best friends through the fucking training, just because it's the process we all gotta do. Other than that, one other thing to note, we have a limit on how many new people can join into the server, both through tier 0s and T-dashes. We limit it to 16 players on the server at a time, because anymore, we've tried this again and again, and it seems to be at the 16 to 15 person ballpark. Since we have it as a 60 slot server now for Fridays, we have it up to 16, but anymore, and the server ops, the ops just go to complete shit. Like, it's just so uncoordinated, so chaotic, too many new people in at once, and when new people run the system that don't know what they're doing, things can be a bit crazy. So that is all I gotta say about recruiting. Also, by the way, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You don't have to attend a Friday op to become a Tier 1. You just need to attend a basic miscellaneous general infantry training. And that's because the Tier 0 ops are A, are public ops, B, the biggest ops that we have usually all week, and C, it's mainly just for new people to come in who've usually never played Arma to see if A, Arma is the right game for them, and B, if this is the right community for them. Because some people like more structure that our community doesn't have, that Milsim communities often do, like the 506. And B, we also understand that not everyone wants to play a vanilla op, especially if they came from a Milsim community or a modded community to get their Tier 1 rank. So we just say on the side, if you just attend a basic or miscellaneous or general infantry training, you can get your Tier 1 on the spot and just bypass the Friday ops in general. And to do that, again, you gotta find the event on the forums in the schedule. I have cleaned up the forums a bit, so it's now easier to find shit. So you just gotta, go to the Arma 3 section, and it should be there. And if you can't see or read, well, no offense, we don't want you in the community then, because you're just kind of a liability. But we do try to accommodate where possible. Now, enough about recruiting and spiels and blah, blah, blah. Friday Ops, simply put, the previous op for the Syndicate campaign. CSAT did notice the actions of the Syndicate and may establish contact. Now, just a note, still early within the lore side of the campaign to switch sides to NATO or become fully independent. Just right now, the commander, I guess, is going to start working with CSAT to get a few operations and possibly NATO or CSAT gear, depending on how well they work with CSAT. But the time to go full rogue and do whatever their own thing is still completely available, and if frickin' Syndicate decides to turn on CSAT and side with NATO, that's also still a possibility. It's still early in the lore side of the campaign to have this done. So I've got 3 missions planned, and a 4th looting mission planned as well. Some are directly from CSAT, some are to our own accord, and there's also a 5th mission that is going to be a possibility. However, it's kind of like what we did last week. So you have, multiple missions down. One can be done for one faction, one can be done for the other, and so on and so forth. So one of the missions will have, 2 separating branches that'll take you on the path of, do you want to keep with the CSAT, or do you want to, roll for something else? So that is there, and that is what we've got for Friday. Now, other announcements, I already mentioned, cleaned up the forums a bit, yada-da, great. Woo! Making it nicer for people coming in, also updated a few things. Furthermore, mod sets. All the mod sets have been updated, at least the important ones, as well as some schedule changes. To say some basic stuff, Tier 1 mod set, we're taking out all of the maps except for the one that we're currently using, which will soon be Alraic. We're going to step away from St. Capilio, because I guess people are just bored with it at this point. They're not as enthusiastic as I am about it. But we will return to that map eventually for a few quote-unquote fun ops. Other than that, the Tier 2 mod set's staying relatively the same. It's also the training mod set, so we have all of our maps bundled up in that one. But we're trying to make the Tier 1 a lighter mod set, as well as the more fun mod set. So we've re-added things like zombies and demons to that mod set. That's the only, fun mod, actually, that we re-added. Other mods we added to both Tier 1 and Tier 2 mod sets is backpack on chest, advanced sling loading, compatibility system for RHS missiles, specifically Hellfires and TOWs, so they work a bit better with Ace's laser-guided systems, and advanced urban repelling because people would not stop bitching about it. Mods we removed, just the USS Nimitz, because I don't have any plans to use that. Furthermore, the Blue 4 rotation is going to end at the end of November, then we're going to have 3 months of Op 4 style missions, so, we'll be doing Russians, or Pakistani Armed Forces, or for Unsun, we'll be doing the Viet Cong. For Iron Front, we'll be doing the Russians, etc., etc. Everything we do that's Blue 4 gets shifted to Op 4. Then after that, 3 more months of Blue 4, and then 3 more months of Independent, and then full year cycles. That system will change around. If people don't want to do a Blue 4 rotation, we'll switch it to something else. Again, whatever the people want. So, with that in mind, mod set changes, we covered that. Schedule changes, nothing permanent. I do have to say, though, Saturday, we will have to push the mods packs, the ops start time by 30 minutes. That's because I have to lead a tour on something, and I didn't get told till the last minute, and I can't back out of it, or else they're gonna kick my ass. So, lovely. But other than that, nothing permanent in there. Other small schedule changes. Unsun is going to become a dedicated Thursday thing. Operation Trebuchet is going in the locked chest. And that actually is a nice transition to the next thing I want to talk about. We will start doing quote-unquote special ops, which I guess you could technically classify as Tier 4, since that's the tier that shall not be named, but those just mean any operations that aren't on the official schedule. But on the forums, in order to, get some, A, promotion for the forums, and B, so I can have like a sign-up list of who wants to come to what, because it worked so well for our first few Halloween ops. I will be putting up operations to be done via sign-up only for either Tier 1s or Tier 2s and above. For, again, very special operations. So, the zombie ops, for example, this coming Tuesday, I've got a special Outraic op that'll involve a few people from the 506 going up in nanosuits, as well as I've got an 8-man recovery team. It's going to be a large hostage rescue and just a lot of fun. In the future, I've got a really big op planned for just with a bunch of different crazy mods and some zombies and some mutant mods, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But I like the sign-up system because it tells me exactly who's coming, so I know who has what skills, I'm going to know their role, I'm going to know the amount, and I can basically make pretty perfect ops for specific scenarios, as well as incorporate mod sets that are less popular that still some people want to play, such as Star Wars, Operation Trebuchet. People have been asking me to try the Warhammer 40k mod, and then other scenarios that can involve the mech suits, the nano suits, etc., etc. Stuff that some people like, but it's not popular enough to get their own, like, weekly dedicated stuff. So that'll be, interesting to start incorporating. And days we'll see those ops on. I've got 4 time slots allocated for stuff that I do outside of the scheduled community stuff, which is usually Tuesdays, Wednesdays before the Secret Squirrel stuff, and then Saturdays and Sundays after the Tier 1 and Tier 2 stuff, and Tier 3 stuff, if applicable. Other than that, I've also been working on some scenarios like Mothman and Baphomet, scenarios those are some of the scenarios I've already done, but other ones, Baphomet 2, I'm working on some edits for, and then I've got a few other quote-unquote horror-style scenarios that are going to be coming out. Those will be played at any of the times I put out, or, as I just mentioned, or just different ones. I don't know when, it's just when I finish them and when I get random people that want to play them. So that is quite a mouthful. We're going over 10 minutes now. I can't think of really anything else to say, but I do want to say one more thing, actually. I just want to say thank you, you guys. Recently, the channel has been, it was hit by the new ad bot system, and I kind of said fuck it to the whole YouTube thing, and started, pulling out my financial dependencies from YouTube, and, just living my own life in the aspect. And then recently, there's been just a large influx of viewership on my channel, bunch of new subs, viewer count has literally quadrupled, and I'm actually pretty happy about that. And I'm just glad you guys like the content, because this all started because I saw a system of Zeusing that I did not like, and I wanted to fix it. And so far, we're just still on the track of fixing it to its most preferred state, but I'm glad to know that there's a lot of support out there. Literally tens of thousands of people, like the content where it's going, so that puts a smile on my face. So I've been trying to catch up with the backlog, providing at least 3 to 4 videos a day if I can, even though it's been hell of a mess in my real life of just exams and real life bullshit, college drama, etc., etc. But anyway, guys, just want to say thank you, and then one last thing, I'll cut it off. Shout out to Barbarian Kane and Infested Daka for winning the prizes on my raffle through Twitch. Until the 20th of December, I'm going to be running a raffle. I've already given the spiel, but it's a raffle between me and Wargames Incorporated, my good buddy and correspondent with the 506 Milsim community. Great guy, great community. I always use for them on Fridays for Secret Squirrel. But we're just competing right now to whoever raises more money for the raffle, which, by the way, $1 a ticket. You can get as many tickets as you want, and the prize at stake is a $1,500 gaming rig. Pretty mid to high tier in terms of its specs, but it also leaves room for upgrading. And it's a decent rig if you want to get into not only like Arma, but just gaming in general on a higher stakes platform. I used to game on only laptops, for fuck's sake. Only like when I started this channel did I elevate to a real like dedicated gaming rig, and it makes all the difference. So that's going on, and if I raise more money than Wargames, which I am winning by the way, he has to buy me a fucking pizza. And I will savor that fucking pizza and put a picture of it on Twitter, and we will we'll have a blast with it. But anyway, guys, once again, thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I will be, well, in class and for half of it taking 2 exams on Friday, but I'll be trying to answer any questions, comments, or concerns in the comment section down below. And yes, I do check every single comment. YouTube gives me a nice little page, or I guess section, where I can literally just scroll down. I just scroll down until I see the latest comment I read earlier, and I don't give replies to all of them, but some of them I do, and then, you know, there's always some trolls you gotta censor and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally, and you have a wonderful day, or night, and take care.